how's it going? It's Friday. It feels so good to be done another week and check that off our list. So I want to surprise the boys with some yummy muffins before they get home from the bus. So I decided to hop on to show you guys a bit what I'm using because like it usually is, it's a whole lot of Tupperware. So here in our Power Chef, I absolutely love this gadget. I have 6 overripe bananas. I'm actually doubling a recipe to make some pumpkin banana chocolate chip muffins. I think they're gonna be really good. So in our Power Chef, I have the blades, and these blades are like extra sharp. One pull of the Power Chef is like, I don't know, 73 or 76 chops of a knife. So it just gets the job done super quickly. And what I also love about it is that it comes with this blade protector. When you're putting it away, storing it away, it makes it safe. So that's really, really nice. And there's a rubber ring on the bottom too, so it doesn't slide on you when you're using it, right? And it can chop, it can mix, emulsify, whatever you want. Long, slow pulls will do a coarser chop, and quick, short pulls will do a really small dice or a chop, all right? So this is our Power Chef. So I'm going to chop up or mush up our bananas. It won't take me too long. So as I'm pulling, it's actually pulling all the bananas in towards the blades and getting everything. All right. I think that looks pretty good. Oh, maybe just a little bit more. That's so much more fun than using a fork. Let me tell you. I'm gonna grab my favorite spatula. You guys, Tupperware spatulas are amazing. They get everything in the little nooks and crannies and cracks. I can't say enough about these spatulas. It's probably one of my favorite products. It's just a spatula, but I've always said it's just a spatula, but it's a darn good spatula. All right, so I'm going to add I think I'm going to leave that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add to the bowl our eggs. So I have 4 eggs here, and I'm going to whisk in some honey. So I got a cup of honey. I added actually a bit of maple syrup because it's a cup of honey, and that's a lot of honey, and I didn't have a cup of honey. So it's going to be a mixture of liquid honey and maple syrup. So I'm going to get everything out of there. Awesome. So I have my 4 eggs in there. I'm also going to add coconut oil, which I put in a micro pitcher. So I have here, so there's the measurements on the sides. So 2/3 of a cup because it calls for 1/3, but I'm doubling the recipe. So I'm going to add that coconut oil in there. And then I'm going to take out my whisk. And I really love this whisk because it's kind of got like an open edge to it. So it doesn't, like everything just kind of falls out and doesn't stay stuck in there. So I really love that. So I'm going to give this a little bit of a mix. I could have put this in the Power Chef as well, but I had my eggs in there. Oh, not my eggs, my bananas in there. So I'm just going to do it by hand with this. So I'm going to whisk my eggs, mix in the bananas, add the pumpkin puree. And okay, so I'm just going to add all of this into my bowl. So I have my bananas. So it should be about probably a bit more than 2 cups, but that's okay. It'll be extra banana-y. I'm gonna add that. Look at that. Look at how this spatula just gets like everything out of there. And it's gonna be super duper easy to clean. I'm going to add our mixture of eggs and honey and a bit of maple syrup. All right, and our coconut oil. It's all in there. Put that aside. And now I'm going to add, let's just see here. So I'm gonna add our pumpkin puree. And I wanted to come on and show you our can opener, because sometimes it's kind of different than regular can openers. Usually you kind of go on the side and you turn it on the side, but this one you actually prop on top like this. So if you look here, when you open up the legs here, there's our the cutters that are going to actually separate the glue from the can. So I put it on top and then I push the two legs together, and if I can lift it like this, it's in place. Now my hands are full of oil, so I hope it'll be okay. All right, and then you just turn. And then once it kind of feels a little bit different, then that means that it's open, and then you take the little beak, you put it on the edge, and oh, I wasn't quite done. I better keep going. I'm gonna put it back on. I'm trying to rush through this because the boys are gonna be here soon. I bet you they're gonna arrive while I'm doing this video, and then it's gonna be like, I wanna help, let me help. Can I pour this? Can I do this? Yeah, that's the way it is. All right. So I didn't open it all the way, because like I said, I'm kind of trying to rush through this. I'm gonna give this a little mixture again. We're gonna add our, what do I need? I need a spoon, and I'm going to add 2 cups of, this is pure pumpkin, so it's not the pumpkin pie filling. It's actually just pure pumpkin. So 2 cups, a little bit more. So that's 1. And a second one. I probably could have tripled this recipe and probably froze some of the muffins that won't be eaten. But usually we go through muffins quite a bit. 3 growing boys, they eat a lot. And I have my fair share too. All right, so there's our 2 cups of pumpkin puree. I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of milk to that as well. And I'm going to add some pumpkin spice. So you guys, these spice shakers I really enjoy. They're actually on sale right now until Wednesday. So let me know, because it's a really good deal, 50% off. Like, they're awesome. So this is the large, that has my baking soda in it, and this is the small. All right, and they really stack nicely on top of one another, and you can get them with black or blue seals. All right, so message me if you need to upgrade your spice cabinets and keep it a little bit more organized. So it calls for 2 teaspoons. I'm doubling, so I'm going to do 4 teaspoons of pumpkin spice. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. I love the smell of pumpkin spice. This makes me think of fall, and kind of makes you think of, like, you know, weather changing and going into a new season. So I'm going to mix all of this up like so. All right, and then we're going to add the baking soda, some vanilla, and salt. And then we'll add our flour. So baking soda calls for 1 teaspoon, so we'll do 2 teaspoons and 2 teaspoons vanilla. So 2 teaspoons. I'm not going to use the same one I just used for that, so I'll use the 1/2 teaspoon, which means I need 4 if my math is correct. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And the salt, some sea salt, we need 1/2 teaspoon, so I'm going to do 1 teaspoon salt. Oh, maybe that's the boys. They're ringing the doorbell. The door's open, boys. All right, and then I'll give that a mix. And some vanilla. We need 2 teaspoons of vanilla. So that's 1 and 2. Mix that all up. All right, and then we're going to add our flour and fold in our chocolate chips. So, I'm just looking. There was a piece of banana here that didn't quite get chopped up. I didn't see that little guy. Don't want to be chomping on a, just gonna kind of try to grab it and mush it up. All right. Okay. That's okay if we eat some chunky. All right. Okay, je fais live, Alexandre. Une minute, okay? Mais c'est très bien. All right. See, I told you they'd arrive while I was doing a video. So I added here 3 cups and a half of flour. I did a bit of whole wheat flour and white flour. It calls for all of whole wheat flour, but I didn't have enough on hand. So I'm going to fold all of this together, and then we're going to add our chocolate chips. I'm making a mess. That's okay, because we're baking. All right. Okay. And then I'm going to add some chocolate chips in there too. So it calls for a half a cup chocolate chips. So we are going to take this and do about a cup, like so. Oui, tu peux le mélanger.
Okay, Mama.
All right.
Est-ce que tu peux le mélanger, Mama?
Oui. Okay, assez.
Oh,
C'est très dur. Okay.
C'est comme toi.
Oh boy, come on, it's Mr. Musk.
C'est ça bien, Mama.
Okay. All right. So you guys, I'm going to put this in the oven in our muffin silicone molds, and they are going to cook for about 17 to 20 minutes. So I'll check them after the 17-minute mark, and they'll be good to go. So I have my silicone molds all ready to go here. I don't need to grease them up or anything. I'm just gonna put the mixture in, and he's adding a couple more chocolate chips. That's okay, we love chocolate. And yeah, and then I can show you the product later on. Okay, thanks for watching, you guys. I'm just going to, how do we end this?